start of a cup run, do you think?
Be nice to think so. Never take anything for granted in this competition, but yeah, certainly a nice one to get past potential banana skin after the first game. We knew what they were about. They were obviously on the up tonight, and the fact that what they had, they thought they had a squeak of getting something. Just pleased from my lads' point of view, it was a professional performance. Wasn't the most flowing at times, and we probably stepped off the gas a little bit and lowered ourselves a little bit. But I think it was the right result. I think, and really pleased.
We scored early.
Yeah.
That was quite very important, obviously, to us. We lost the Circum very soon. What difference to the game to us do you think that made?
It was disappointing to lose Crouch at that point because I think he'd looked sharp, and I'd given him a start tonight, and I thought he'd just offer us something slightly different tonight. Be it midweek he was available, all the rest of it, and he looked sharp from the time he was on. So it was really disappointing for the lad that that his ankle went when it did. He just turned it in the corner, and it's one of those things, can't do a lot about it. But to be fair to young Lamin, he came on and he put himself about and looked good and held the ball up for us, which is exactly what we needed at that time. And it was pleasing that he can bring another dimension to his game, on the back of that. So I was really pleased about that. Like I said, we got a little bit raggy second half at times and let them in and gave them a little sneak. But realistically, I think it's just a nice one to get out of the way, if I'm honest. I don't think anybody in the club really fancied going to Ascot on Thursday and then potentially one of the teams to play Saturday as well. Would have been a big ask for whichever. So from that perspective, it's good.
They're no mugs. They beat Slimbridge on Saturday, the leaders, and they clearly fancied themselves tonight. And they at times played some reasonable stuff.
Yeah, they're not bad at all.
Jimmy pulled off a couple of outstanding saves as well.
At a vital time as well. I mean, the one save, it was a vital time. I spoke to Leon, the Slimbridge manager, last night in depth about them. Obviously, I'd had a report done on them as well, but the place to get them was at the fullbacks really. And the one lad, he changed fullbacks, but I thought they were certainly limited at the back, and the pace we had with Carl, especially first half, him and Ian initially, and then him and Lamin, they caused them problems. And Tambo's goal really came from going down the middle of the two of them. So I knew their weaknesses, but certainly they still offer something. I think Bennett up front's decent, and the captain and Sam Waddy in midfield, they're both able players and played at a better level. And you can't, especially in this competition, you can't afford to give anybody a yard, and you give anybody a sniff and they have a chance. But I was just pleased the way we saw it through, really, without being as fluent as we could have been. I thought it was a professional performance.
Yeah, absolutely. The money obviously is important to a club of our stature.
Yeah, hugely. Yeah.
We've got Bracknell Town on Saturday. Of course, you're looking to go through that. Do you know much about them? No,
I know a little bit about them, and obviously done a little bit of research with regards to the league they're in and who they've played and results and bits and bobs. And again, they're going to be no mugs, and this really is probably going to be somewhere near their cup final. So you've got to take that, and you've got to respect teams in this competition. But being at home and and with the quality I've got in that dressing room, I should be able to see myself through that tie. But ties in the FA Cup aren't played on paper, and that's the thing, and that's the beauty of it. But we've got to make sure we're right. We're in Thursday training, and just make sure we get the cobwebs out and just iron out a few things, and hopefully be a bit more fluent and hopefully get the right result on Saturday. Fortunately for me, obviously Saturday's going to be key. With I've got 4 or 5 coming back into the squad, which is great. There's going to be some disappointed faces in there on Saturday because I'm going to have to leave probably 1 or 2 out or send a few of the reserves. So. It's also some courses now. It's good because I've got John Crowford back, Will Gayton will be back, Lee Davis, Stu Midwinter. So putting 4 back into that. Although I've lost Crouchy tonight, it makes us very strong and has competition for places everywhere. So fingers crossed.
One who probably gave you a bit of a headache tonight was Mikey Davis when he came on. A superb finish there, and he almost grabbed himself another. That could well give you a problem with
Mikey can do that. I mean, Mikey's got the quality, that's why he's in my squad. It's getting the other facets of his game, up and running. I know he's had a long time out, so it's a case of easing him back in. But finish like that, lad's got great technique, and he's just shown it there. The 2 chances he got, and he's come on and done a job. And like I say, that's what lads are going to have to do now to get themselves a shirt, is make sure they come on and cement a place and cause me a headache, which is what I want really.
So with the 4 lads coming back, does that mean Dean Ackland is not going to be on the bench?
Yeah, hopefully. More importantly, it might mean I don't have to try and get through 180 minutes or another 90 minutes, because it's hard enough for me just trying to sit in there. But I just felt tonight we had, we were down on numbers a bit. Obviously, Dean gets named anyway. It's just just as an add-on. But for me, it's it's difficult for me to pick myself nowadays. But needs and must, and me and Matt just felt we needed a bit of experience tonight, and shuffled the back four slightly with Sam coming back in, and obviously Ashley dropping at left back, and just make it difficult for them, and a bit more experience, and give Adam a little bit of a rest, because as a young lad he's getting a lot of football, certainly with the academy and stuff. It's just a case of looking after him and not burning him out. So yeah, it's healthy, and it's a really good place to be, and hopefully we'll get the right result on Saturday.
Let's hope so. Alex, once again, congratulations on
Thanks, JP. Cheers.